G'day lads and ladies. Just going to film another quick video on my Land Rover. Just trying to get the camera right. There we go. Now, as I've told you, this is a 2003 model Land Rover Discovery Series 2. It's the mid-console there is a bit of a mess and it's not very tidy. Well, I can tidy it up somewhat just by putting the cut tray away. As you can see, it's an automatic, 4-speed auto. When I'm at full driving, I quite often go between the gears 1 to 3, because if you put it in drive, that just puts a little bit too much strain on the automatic for my liking. It gets a bit too hot. Now, as you can see, it's got the proper transfer case. I believe the 2000 and the 2001 and possibly even the 2002 didn't actually, I think the 2000 and 2001 actually did have the option to select your complete transfer case lock and your diff locks and so forth. Well, this does have open differentials. It's just got a really good ABS system in it. So I know it works because I've taken this this Land Rover out on some pretty hairy tracks, and the ABS and I'm trying to think of the other one. It's like a limited slip control system type thing, where it uses the brakes to apply brake pressure to the wheel it's spinning. Clearly doesn't have any traction, and then applies power and torque to the other wheel that hopefully has power and traction, or has traction so you can keep moving, and then of course it essentially goes back to the wheel of little resistance. It's very handy to get you out of tricky situations, and in some systems the braking system is actually even better than a diff lock or limited slip without the overly complicated components. Now, as you can see, I've just got your basic Bluetooth Pioneer radio stereo. It is slightly modified. I mean, this isn't obviously factory. The previous owner put the upgraded head unit into Discovery before I bought it. I didn't know the previous owner because this was owned by another gentleman who was a painter, and I'm actually very good friends with his son, and I'm actually good friends with him, and I help him out sometimes. But yeah, as you can see, it's got the climate control. Now, I haven't got the vehicle running at the moment because I'm cleaning it out, because I like to keep my car clean. I like to keep everything nice and tidy. As you can see, well, in my opinion, the dash and the plastics have got a bit of dust on them, and they're slightly grimy. I don't like that. I like to have a very clean car. You could almost call me obsessive compulsive when it comes to keeping a car clean and tidy. Obviously down there, I've just been too busy to really rectify it. My nice sunglasses, my window controls. So if I'm going through a tunnel per se and I feel like being a little bit naughty, I'll put down all the windows and I'll put my foot down and really open it up. And it's got a 2-inch turbo back exhaust system on it, or 2.5. No, I think it's just a 2-inch. I'm not too sure, but when you open it up, those 5 cylinders just transform into something just beautiful. It's just it's a sound that you gotta hear to appreciate. Like just talking about it doesn't do it enough justice. But actually, while I'm filming here, I might as well take you through the car, and I will apologize. There is some mucky wiring looms and so forth that I've yet to tidy up, but I just haven't had the time and the energy to do so. I'm quite a busy person with looking after the plants and so forth, trying to read up and do research and further educate myself on the different systems and so forth of this Land Rover and other cars and so forth, because it's my passion. I love doing it. I love to learn about other cars and other models and so forth. So if people get stuck, or if I get stuck on one of them, at least I have the basic knowledge, or have enough knowledge about that car to find out what the problem is and rectify it without spending any money, hopefully. Oh no, you always spend money on cars. That's just the way it is. But anyways, that's my dash cam, my LinkedIn. So when I go through tolls and so forth, it beeps, and that essentially pays my way across the thing. Now this mirror here, rear vision mirror, actually has a screen and built in it. So when I'm in reverse, the camera behind me shows me what's behind me and gives me a very accurate description of essentially what's around me and whatnot. So I can use this as well as my mirrors, which I've installed blind spot mirrors on both of my mirrors, I should say, and I've adjusted them and whatnot accordingly, just so I know what's around me. You can go overboard with buying mirrors and so forth, but yeah, not such a good idea. Like, if you've got enough mirrors so that you can see all your blind spots and know that, you know, whatever's behind you and so forth. So when you're doing lane changes especially, you can see if there's anyone beside you, and if there's anyone in your blind spot, you can have a quick look at your blind spot, make sure there's no one there, then safely merge across without causing any injury or harm to other people. And, you know, having a license is a privilege. It's not a right. And the people that think it's having a right just because they rely on it for the income, they're full of themselves, honestly. If it was a right to have a license, then every Joe Blow, you know, moron that's out there would have a license and be causing all sorts of danger, harm and hurt and, you know, injury that just isn't necessary. But anyway, that's my spiel. But yeah, at the moment I am, like, not that it's needed necessarily, but just for my satisfaction at least, I'm giving my hood lining a bit of a vacuum just to make sure I get all the dust out of it, all the dirt, pollen that's accumulated. It's the first time I've done it, and plus these door handles, these you know, panic bars here are absolutely filthy. I don't know why I touched that. It's just gross. It's disgusting. It's got all sorts of filth, grime, dirt, skin. Oh well, I hope there's no skin on it. That'd be just disgusting. But I will be pulling them out and giving them a thorough cleaning in sugar soap. Sugar soap really does, you know, get right into it and just clean it right out. And the best part is you can actually take these things off. Now, as you can see here, I don't know if the camera is going to focus in there or not. It's a bit light. But there is actually an 8mm bolt in there, which I can take out. And that goes not just for that side, but it also comes for this side. So I can take this out, vacuum underneath it, give a really good clean, and then give this thing a really, really good clean, as well as cleaning all this stuff up, because I don't know if you can see, but there's all sorts of grease and messy handprints and so forth from passengers getting in my car without having clean bloody hands, which does annoy me a little bit because I do take a lot of pride in my vehicles. You know, even if I borrow a car for a day, if I can, I'll vacuum it out, give it a good clean and whatnot, just to leave it in better condition than I found it. That's what I've been taught, and that's what I believe. And oh, I've just noticed something actually. On my door cards here, my friend who essentially fixed up the door locking mechanisms and the electronic window actuators left his grubby paw prints on my bloody nice clean fabric there. And to get these things cleaned up, you gotta soak the absolute bejesus out of them and scrub them like mad. And because I have a wet and dry vac here, I can actually vacuum out all the water and dry it so much quicker. I don't have a heat gun, unfortunately, but that's just the way things are. But as you can see, I need to give this a good clean. Nice speaker there. Unlike some cars, tweeters aren't there, but these things, they do work quite nicely. You gotta have it up substantially loud for them to kick in though, because they do operate at a higher frequency and resonance. But I'm gonna get my bottom out of this car and give you a better look. You see, it is a bit untidy at the moment, but I will be working on it today to get it nice and clean and tidy. Plus I've got to It's got a bit of an oil leak, which I want to find out pretty soon. I've got a fair idea it could be coming from my sump plug, but I'm not too sure. Haven't gotten on the car yet today. It's been a slow start for me today. I didn't get a lot of sleep last night because my stomach was playing it for some reason. I don't know. Likes to do that occasionally. Pisses me off a little bit, but anyways. But, oh yuck. I just noticed that too then. The things you notice when you're filming. That is filthy. Disgusting. I'll be getting in there with a good scrubbing brush and some sugar syrup and really get that nice and clean. Hang on. I'm back again. No. Now I'm back. As you can see, this is quite clean. The plastics anyways, the cloth pieces, they do have a bit of grease and grime in them, which I will be getting rid of them with a bit of sugar soap. And a good damp sponge to really get those particles loose and clean the fibres. To make it nice and cream again. The leather here isn't too bad. I don't know if it's leather. I think it's more of... Oh no, I think it is leather actually. It definitely feels like it. It's not like a vinyl. But that's not too bad actually. I might give it a bit of a spruce over with a bit of degreaser. Or a special degreaser, pH neutral stuff, so it doesn't do too much damage to it. But yeah, that's not looking too bad. Now, what I meant by the wiring mess I have is this. I'm still trying to figure out where I want to put this amplifier. It goes quite well actually, and yes, there is a bit of mess in the back here which I haven't gotten around to cleaning it, and here I am saying that I'm a bit obsessive with cleaning stuff, and you know, I contradict myself. But we're not perfect. And what's happened here? Oh, someone's gone and kicked this out. I'm not happy about that. That's the rear heat vent. And I think cup holder. Oh no, it's just an ashtray by the looks of things. Yuck, ashtray. I'd rather put something else there actually. Ew, who smokes these days? Disgusting. But yeah, I've still got to give this a bit of a clean. I've gave this a vacuum beforehand. It will be scrubbed with a bit of Fabric Cadabra from Bowden's. As you can see on the other side of the door panels and whatnot, they're not too bad actually. Well, I haven't gone up to them quite too closely. That wire there, you see, that's going across the seat there, which isn't proper, I know, but that's for my subwoofer. Now, I'll take you under the back to where my sub is. Yes, this Land Rover is a bit dusty and dirty. I will be cleaning it pretty soon, I just haven't gotten around to it. Okay, so I don't have a fridge on my drawer card here, well, my sliding drawer, but I will have a fridge there. Not too sure what fridge I want to run, but I want to run a dual zone fridge freezer. Be handy. And I was over at a friend's place a couple of days ago and got it. I was in a bit of a hurry, so I basically just chucked a lot of shit in the back here next to the subwoofer, which is quite crudely tied in, but hey, it worked quite well. It does perform rather phenomenally actually. It's beautiful. A friend of mine, Eric, he gave me a hand tuning it all up because I can wire up a stereo and whatnot, but because I do have some difficulty hearing and whatnot, hang on, I'll be back.